Staying strong during a period of no contact can be incredibly challenging, especially when emotions run high and the pull to reconnect feels overwhelming. However, one of the most powerful tools to help you persevere is focusing on your why. Understanding and internalizing the reason behind your decision for no contact serves as an anchor, providing clarity and strength when the path forward seems difficult. When you first make the decision to go no contact, it's often driven by a deep need to protect yourself or foster personal growth. Perhaps the relationship was toxic, draining, or no longer aligned with your values and emotional well-being. Maybe it was simply time to heal after a painful breakup. Whatever the circumstances, this choice was likely not made lightly. Reminding yourself of the reason for this decision is critical to staying strong because it reinforces that no contact is not about punishment or avoidance, it's about self-preservation and growth. To truly focus on your why, it's important to be specific about your intentions. A vague understanding of your reason may not provide enough motivation during moments of weakness. For example, instead of thinking, "I need to move on," try reframing it as, "I need to let go of this relationship because it is preventing me from being happy and healthy." Write down your reasons, making them tangible and clear. Journaling can be especially helpful here, as it allows you to articulate your thoughts and feelings in a safe space. Revisit these notes whenever you feel tempted to reach out or dwell on the past. Acknowledging your why also empowers you to shift the narrative surrounding no contact. Rather than viewing it as a loss, recognize it as a courageous step toward reclaiming your autonomy. In moments of doubt, remind yourself that staying no contact is not about giving up on someone else, it's about choosing yourself. It's about prioritizing your mental and emotional health, even if it feels difficult in the short term. This reframing helps to strengthen your resolve and builds a sense of pride in your decision. Focusing on your why also means being honest about the negative aspects of the relationship or situation you're leaving behind. It's easy to romanticize the past when you're feeling lonely or nostalgic, but doing so can weaken your determination. Instead, reflect on the moments that led to your decision to go no contact. Were you feeling undervalued or disrespected? Did the relationship cause you to compromise your boundaries, self-esteem, or happiness? Revisiting these realities doesn't mean holding on to bitterness. It's about staying grounded in the truth of why this step is necessary for your well-being. Another important aspect of staying focused on your why is recognizing the long-term benefits of no contact. While the immediate aftermath might feel isolating or painful, no contact creates space for healing and self-discovery. It allows you to redirect the energy you once invested in someone else back into yourself. By keeping your why at the forefront, you can start to see the bigger picture, the opportunity to grow, rebuild, and rediscover your own identity outside the context of the relationship. This perspective can be incredibly motivating, especially when the short-term discomfort feels overwhelming. Staying connected to your why also helps you establish boundaries and resist external pressures. Well-meaning friends or family might question your decision, or the person you're avoiding contact with might try to re-engage. In these moments, a clear understanding of your reasons will give you the confidence to stand firm. It's a reminder that you don't owe anyone an explanation beyond what feels right for you, and that your choice is valid because it aligns with your needs and values. To strengthen your focus, create physical or mental reminders of your why. These could be affirmations, quotes, or symbols that resonate with your journey. For example, you might place a note on your mirror that says, "I am choosing peace and growth." Or you could wear a piece of jewelry that symbolizes resilience. These reminders act as touchstones, grounding you in moments of uncertainty or temptation. Additionally, sharing your why with a trusted friend or therapist can provide an added layer of support. Sometimes saying your reasons out loud and having someone affirm them can solidify your commitment. It also creates accountability, as you'll have someone to turn to when you feel the urge to break no contact. It's equally important to acknowledge that focusing on your why doesn't mean the journey will be free of challenges. There will be moments of doubt, pain, and longing. However, each time you revisit your reasons, you're reaffirming your strength and commitment to yourself. Over time, these moments of clarity will become more frequent, and the pull of the past will lose its grip. Ultimately, focusing on your why is about honoring your worth. It's a recognition that you deserve relationships and experiences that uplift and nurture you, rather than ones that drain or harm you. Staying strong during no contact requires courage, but by keeping your purpose front and center, you are choosing a path of self-respect and growth. That decision, no matter how difficult, is a testament to your resilience and your commitment to building a healthier, happier future. Managing your emotions during a no-contact period can feel like one of the hardest things to do. Emotions often run high in such situations, ranging from sadness, anger, guilt, and longing to moments of hope and determination. These emotions are natural and a significant part of the healing process. The key is not to suppress them, but to handle them in a way that allows you to grow stronger and more centered. Understanding and navigating your emotions thoughtfully can make all the difference in staying strong and moving forward. When you cut contact with someone, there's often a sense of loss, even if the relationship was toxic or unhealthy. It's normal to grieve this loss because you're letting go of something that once held meaning in your life. Allow yourself to feel that sadness without judgment. Cry if you need to, and acknowledge that this pain is valid. However, try not to let it consume you. By recognizing that these feelings are temporary and part of a larger journey, you can give yourself the grace to heal without being overwhelmed by despair. Anger can also surface during no contact, particularly if the relationship ended poorly or left unresolved issues. Anger is a powerful emotion, and when channeled correctly, it can motivate you to protect your boundaries and stand firm in your decision. However, holding on to anger for too long can be draining and counterproductive. Instead of letting it fester, find ways to release it constructively. Exercise can be a great outlet, whether it's going for a run, hitting the gym, or practicing yoga. Creative pursuits like painting, writing, or playing music can also provide a release for pent-up frustration. The goal is not to ignore or suppress your anger, but to let it move through you in a way that doesn't harm yourself or others. Guilt is another emotion that may arise during no contact, especially if you were the one who initiated it. You might find yourself second-guessing your decision or feeling responsible for the other person's feelings. It's important to remind yourself why you chose to go no contact in the first place. Recognize that taking care of your emotional well-being is not selfish, it's necessary. Setting boundaries and prioritizing your mental health is an act of self-respect, not an act of cruelty. When guilt surfaces, counter it with self-compassion. Remind yourself that you deserve peace and that you cannot pour from an empty cup. Longing is perhaps one of the most challenging emotions to manage. You might miss the person you've cut off, especially if they were a significant part of your life. Nostalgia can creep in, making you remember the good times while conveniently forgetting the reasons for your decision. It's in these moments that you need to ground yourself in reality. Reflect on the full picture of the relationship, including the pain or harm that led to your choice. Write down the reasons why you needed to create this distance and revisit them whenever you feel tempted to reach out. This exercise can help anchor you in your decision and remind you that the longing you feel is natural but not a reason to reopen old wounds. One of the most effective ways to manage your emotions during no contact is through mindfulness. Mindfulness practices encourage you to stay present and observe your emotions without judgment. Techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or grounding exercises can help you navigate emotional waves without being swept away by them. For instance, when you feel overwhelmed, try a simple breathing exercise. Inhale deeply for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and exhale for 6 counts. This can help calm your nervous system and create space to process your feelings more clearly. Journaling is another powerful tool for emotional management. Writing down your thoughts and feelings allows you to release them in a safe and constructive way. It can also provide clarity as you reflect on your journey. Consider journaling prompts like, what am I feeling right now? Or what do I need to remind myself of today? Over time, you might notice patterns in your emotions, which can help you understand them better and respond more effectively. Talking to someone you trust can also make a big difference. Whether it's a close friend, family member, or therapist, sharing your feelings with someone who understands and supports you can be incredibly validating. They can provide perspective, encouragement, or simply a listening ear. However, be mindful of who you confide in. Choose someone who will respect your decision and not push you to act against your own best interests. It's also helpful to keep in mind that emotions are like waves. They rise, peak, and eventually recede. In the moment, a strong emotion might feel overwhelming, but it won't last forever. Remind yourself that you've gotten through difficult feelings before, and you will again. Each time you weather an emotional storm, you build resilience and confidence in your ability to handle future challenges. Lastly, focus on self-care as a way to nurture yourself emotionally. Simple acts like getting enough sleep, eating nourishing food, and engaging in activities you enjoy can have a profound impact on your emotional state. Taking care of your body and mind creates a strong foundation for managing the ups and downs of no contact. In conclusion, managing your emotions during no contact requires patience, self-awareness, and compassion. Allow yourself to feel, but don't let your emotions dictate your actions. By processing your feelings in healthy ways and staying connected to your purpose, you can navigate this challenging time with strength and grace. Over time, you'll find that the emotional turbulence begins to subside, leaving you with a greater sense of peace and clarity. Prioritizing self-improvement during a no-contact period is one of the most empowering ways to not only cope with the pain of separation, but also emerge from it stronger, more confident, and more fulfilled. The process of cutting ties with someone significant, whether it's an ex-partner, a friend, or even a family member, can leave a void. Instead of letting that emptiness consume you, filling it with efforts to grow and evolve can transform this challenging time into an opportunity for self-discovery and renewal. When a relationship ends, it often feels like a part of your identity is stripped away. This is because we tend to intertwine our sense of self with those we are closest to. Losing that connection can lead to a period of uncertainty where you may question who you are outside of that relationship. This is precisely why self-improvement is so crucial. It's a chance to reconnect with your individuality and redefine your purpose on your own terms. The process begins by asking yourself meaningful questions. What are my passions? What goals have I been putting off? What kind of person do I want to become? One of the most immediate and impactful ways to prioritize self-improvement is to focus on your physical health. Exercise, for instance, is not just a tool for staying fit, it's also a proven method for reducing stress, improving mood, and boosting self-esteem. Engaging in activities like running, yoga, swimming, or weightlifting releases endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals, which can help combat feelings of sadness or anxiety during the no-contact period. Beyond the emotional benefits, seeing your body grow stronger or more capable over time reinforces a sense of accomplishment and self-worth. In addition to physical health, nourishing your mind is equally important. Use this time to learn something new or revisit interests you may have neglected. Perhaps there's a skill you've always wanted to develop, like learning a new language, playing an instrument, or exploring photography. There are countless online courses, tutorials, and resources available that can help you dive into new hobbies or deepen your knowledge in areas that fascinate you. Not only does this keep your mind engaged, but it also shifts your focus away from the past and toward a brighter future. Another aspect of self-improvement is setting personal and professional goals. Consider areas of your life that could use more attention or growth. For example, if your career feels stagnant, think about ways to enhance your skills, seek out new opportunities, or network with others in your field. If you've always wanted to go back to school or start a business, this might be the perfect time to take those first steps. Accomplishing even small milestones can instill a sense of pride and direction, reminding you that your life is full of potential and possibilities. Emotional self-improvement is also a critical component during no contact. This period provides a unique opportunity to reflect on your patterns and relationships, identify areas where you may want to grow, and build healthier habits for the future. Therapy or counseling can be incredibly beneficial, offering a safe space to explore your feelings, gain insights into your behaviors, and develop tools for coping with challenges. Journaling can also help you process emotions and track your progress. By understanding yourself better, you can heal more fully and lay the groundwork for healthier, more fulfilling connections in the future. Practicing mindfulness and self-care is another way to prioritize self-improvement. Mindfulness techniques such as meditation or deep breathing exercises can help you stay present and reduce the anxiety that often accompanies no-contact periods. Being mindful allows you to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, giving you greater control over how you respond to them. Meanwhile, self-care routines, whether it's taking long walks in nature, indulging in a relaxing bath, or treating yourself to something you enjoy, reinforce the idea that you are worthy of love and kindness, even from yourself. Spiritual growth is another area that often flourishes during times of introspection. For some, this might mean reconnecting with their faith or exploring new spiritual practices like yoga, meditation, or studying philosophy. For others, it could simply mean spending more time reflecting on their values, beliefs, and what truly brings them joy and fulfillment. Spiritual growth is deeply personal and doesn't require adherence to any particular tradition or practice. It's about finding meaning and connection in a way that resonates with you. Finally, prioritizing self-improvement means being patient with yourself. Growth is not a linear process, and there will be days when progress feels slow or non-existent. It's important to celebrate even the smallest achievements and remind yourself that healing and growth take time. Treat yourself with compassion during setbacks and recognize that every effort you make, no matter how small, is a step forward. In the end, focusing on self-improvement during no contact is about reclaiming your life and investing in your own happiness. It's about realizing that you are more than the sum of your relationships and that you have the power to shape your future. As you grow physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, you'll find that the pain of no contact begins to fade, replaced by a sense of pride and confidence in the person you are becoming. This journey of self-improvement is not just a way to survive the no contact period, it's a way to thrive beyond it. Navigating a no contact period can be difficult, especially in the digital age, where technology makes staying connected or breaking no contact all too easy. Whether it's checking social media, revisiting old messages, or finding yourself tempted to reach out, digital platforms can be both a blessing and a challenge when trying to heal. Limiting digital temptations is not just about staying away from triggering content, it's about creating boundaries that support your emotional recovery and empower you to move forward. One of the biggest challenges during no contact is resisting the urge to check social media profiles. Platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter provide a window into the lives of others, but they often present a curated, idealized version of reality. Seeing the person you're trying to move on from can reignite feelings of sadness, jealousy, or longing, especially if their posts depict them as happy or thriving. These moments can make you question your decision or reopen wounds you're trying to heal. To avoid this, it's important to take proactive steps to limit access to their profiles. This might mean unfollowing, muting, or even blocking them, depending on what feels right for you. It's not about being petty or dramatic, it's about protecting your mental and emotional health. Another temptation is rereading old messages, emails, or conversations. These digital artifacts often carry an emotional weight, reminding you of both the good and the bad times. While it might feel comforting in the moment to revisit these exchanges, it can also trap you in a cycle of overanalyzing or reliving the past. To break free from this habit, consider deleting old conversations or archiving them where they're harder to access. This act can feel like a step toward letting go, signaling to yourself that you're ready to focus on the present rather than clinging to the past. If you find yourself frequently tempted to reach out, removing their contact information can be a game changer. Deleting their number or unfriending them can create a necessary barrier, forcing you to pause and think before acting on impulse. If completely deleting their contact details feels too final, consider saving their information in a secure location where it's not easily accessible, such as a hidden file or with a trusted friend. This way, you retain the option for future communication if needed, but you reduce the likelihood of making rash decisions during moments of emotional vulnerability. Social media algorithms can also unintentionally work against you. Even if you're not actively seeking out their profile, platforms might still suggest their posts, tag them in mutual friends updates, or show old memories involving them. To minimize these encounters, take control of your feed. Adjust your settings to reduce exposure to triggering content. On some platforms, you can mute certain words, phrases, or hashtags that remind you of the person or relationship. These small adjustments can create a safer digital space where you can heal without constant reminders of the past. Aside from limiting access to specific people, consider reducing your overall time on social media. The more time you spend scrolling, the greater the chance of encountering content that triggers an emotional response. Taking a break from social media entirely, even for a few days or weeks, can give you the mental clarity and space needed to focus on yourself. Use that time to engage in offline activities that bring you joy or fulfillment, such as reading, exercising, or spending time with loved ones. Another powerful strategy is to replace digital habits with healthier alternatives. If checking your phone has become a reflex, try substituting that action with something productive or calming. For instance, when you feel the urge to scroll through social media or text the person you're avoiding, pick up a book, practice a quick mindfulness exercise, or write in a journal instead. Redirecting your energy toward positive habits can help break the cycle of digital dependency. Digital temptations aren't limited to social media or messaging platforms. They can also extend to shared playlists, photo albums, or other digital mementos. Revisiting these can stir up emotions and make it harder to maintain no contact. Consider moving these items to a separate folder or cloud storage where they're out of sight. You don't necessarily have to delete them permanently. Just creating physical and emotional distance from these reminders can help you stay focused on your healing journey. Accountability can also play a role in limiting digital temptations. Share your goals with a trusted friend or family member who can support you in staying off certain platforms or avoiding contact. Knowing someone is cheering you on and holding you accountable can provide an extra layer of motivation. Lastly, remind yourself that limiting digital temptations is not about avoiding reality, but about creating a healthier environment for yourself. Every step you take to reduce exposure to triggers is a step toward reclaiming control over your emotions and your life. Healing requires intentional choices, and setting boundaries in the digital world is just as important as setting them in the physical world. The journey of no contact is rarely easy, but limiting digital temptations is a powerful way to stay strong and focused. By taking control of your online environment, you give yourself the space to heal, grow, and ultimately move forward. Over time, you'll find that the pull of these temptations lessens, and you'll feel more confident in your ability to maintain boundaries and prioritize your well-being. Navigating a no-contact period can feel isolating, especially when the person you've distanced yourself from was once a significant part of your life. In these moments, leaning on a support system can be a crucial source of strength, comfort, and guidance. A support system, whether it consists of friends, family, or professional help, provides a safety net that reminds you you're not alone in your journey. By surrounding yourself with people who care for you, you create an environment that fosters healing, growth, and resilience. When you decide to go no contact, it's natural to feel a void. The person you've distanced yourself from might have been a confidant, a partner, or someone you turn to in difficult times. Losing that connection can leave you vulnerable to feelings of loneliness and self-doubt. This is where a support system becomes invaluable. Friends and family who truly care about your well-being can step in to fill some of that gap, offering a listening ear, words of encouragement, and reminders of your worth. They help you see the bigger picture when your emotions threaten to cloud your judgment. Opening up to your support system is an act of courage. It requires vulnerability to share your feelings, especially if you're struggling with sadness, anger, or confusion. But being honest about your emotions allows others to understand what you're going through and offer meaningful help. Whether it's a friend who sits with you while you cry, a family member who shares advice, or a colleague who simply checks in on you, each connection reinforces the idea that you're not navigating this journey in isolation. Choosing the right people to lean on is essential. Not everyone will understand your reasons for going no contact, and some may even unintentionally make the process harder by questioning your decision or encouraging you to reconnect. Select individuals who respect your boundaries and have your best interests at heart. These are the people who will uplift you, validate your feelings, and remind you of your strength when you feel weak. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is a key part of ensuring that your support system truly helps you move forward. In addition to friends and family, consider seeking professional support. A therapist or counselor can provide a safe, unbiased space to explore your feelings and gain deeper insights into your situation. They can equip you with tools and strategies to manage difficult emotions, navigate triggers, and build healthier coping mechanisms. Therapy is particularly helpful if you're dealing with trauma or if the no-contact decision stems from a toxic or abusive relationship. A professional can help you process those experiences and work toward long-term healing. Support groups can also be an incredibly valuable resource. These groups bring together people who have experienced similar challenges, creating a sense of community and understanding. Sharing your story in a group setting can be cathartic, and hearing others' experiences can provide perspective and inspiration. Whether it's an in-person group or an online forum, connecting with individuals who truly understand your journey can help you feel less alone and more empowered. One of the benefits of leaning on a support system is the sense of accountability it provides. When you're tempted to break no contact, your support system can remind you why you made this choice in the first place. They can gently steer you back on track, offering encouragement and reassurance. For example, a friend might remind you of the progress you've made or help you brainstorm ways to distract yourself from the urge to reach out. Having people who believe in you can make all the difference in moments of doubt. Your support system can also encourage you to focus on self-care and personal growth. Friends might invite you to join them for a workout class, suggest a new hobby, or simply take you out for coffee to brighten your day. These small acts of connection not only provide comfort, but also remind you that life continues to offer joy and opportunities for connection, even after letting someone go. At times, leaning on a support system also means accepting help when it's offered. This can be difficult if you're used to being independent or if you fear burdening others. However, true support systems are there because they care and want to help. Allowing others to be there for you deepens your relationships and reinforces the idea that it's okay to lean on others during challenging times. Remember, asking for and accepting help is not a sign of weakness, it's a testament to your willingness to grow and heal. As you lean on your support system, also remember to express gratitude. Thank the people who show up for you, whether it's through a heartfelt conversation, a simple text, or small acts of kindness in return. Gratitude strengthens your connections and reminds you of the positive relationships in your life. It also helps you focus on the good, shifting your mindset from what you've lost to what you still have. Over time, you'll find that your support system not only helps you cope with the challenges of no contact, but also plays a vital role in your growth. They cheer you on as you rediscover your strength, celebrate your milestones, and remind you of your worth. By leaning on them, you allow yourself to heal in a way that's supported, loving, and deeply connected. And as you grow stronger, you may even find yourself becoming a source of support for others, a testament to your resilience and the power of leaning on the people who care for you. During a no-contact period, the journey toward healing can often feel slow and overwhelming. It's easy to focus on what remains undone, the struggles that persist, or the feelings of longing that linger. However, one of the most effective ways to maintain strength and motivation is to celebrate your progress no matter how small. Acknowledging your growth, even in seemingly insignificant ways, reinforces the idea that you are moving forward, step by step. This practice not only boosts your confidence, but also reminds you that healing is a journey worth celebrating. Progress during no contact is rarely linear. There will be days when you feel strong and empowered, and others when the weight of the situation feels unbearable. This fluctuation is entirely normal. What matters is that you keep going and recognize the victories along the way. Perhaps you've gone a week without checking their social media or made it through a tough moment without reaching out. These moments, though they may seem minor, are significant milestones that signal growth and resilience. Taking time to celebrate them affirms your effort and reminds you that every step forward is a step closer to healing. One of the reasons celebrating progress is so important is that it shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's being achieved. It's easy to dwell on what you miss or the challenges that lie ahead, but when you make a conscious effort to notice your wins, however small, you cultivate a sense of gratitude and accomplishment. This positive reinforcement fuels your motivation, making it easier to keep going even when the path feels difficult. Recognizing your progress creates a sense of momentum, turning small victories into building blocks for larger successes. Celebrating progress doesn't have to be extravagant or elaborate. It can be as simple as pausing to reflect on what you've accomplished. Take a moment each day to acknowledge the effort you've put in and the steps you've taken to prioritize your well-being. For example, you might journal about a moment when you chose self-care over self-doubt, or write down a list of things you're proud of achieving that week. These reflective practices help you see the bigger picture, reminding you that even in tough times, you're making meaningful strides. Another way to celebrate progress is by treating yourself to small rewards. These rewards don't have to be material, they can be experiences or gestures that bring you joy. Perhaps you allow yourself extra time to enjoy a hobby you love, plan a day out with friends, or treat yourself to something that makes you feel good. like a favorite meal or a relaxing bath. These rewards serve as tangible reminders that your effort is valued and that you deserve to celebrate your growth. Sharing your progress with a trusted friend, family member, or support system can also amplify the sense of achievement. When you share your wins with others, you invite encouragement and validation into your journey. Hearing someone say, "I'm proud of you," or "You're doing great," can have a powerful impact, reinforcing the idea that your efforts are seen and appreciated. Moreover, sharing your progress can inspire others who might be facing similar challenges, creating a ripple effect of positivity and resilience. It's important to remember that progress doesn't have to be dramatic to be worth celebrating. Healing is made up of countless small moments that add up over time. For instance, maybe you've started focusing more on your hobbies, taken steps to improve your mental health, or simply gotten through a tough day without dwelling on the past. These moments matter. They signify your ability to adapt, grow, and prioritize your well-being, even in the face of difficulty. Celebrating progress also involves being kind to yourself during setbacks. It's unrealistic to expect perfection, and moments of struggle do not erase the progress you've made. Instead of being hard on yourself when you falter, recognize that setbacks are part of the process. Use them as opportunities to learn and grow stronger. Celebrate the fact that you have the courage to keep trying, even when the journey feels tough. This mindset of self-compassion and resilience ensures that your progress isn't derailed by temporary challenges. Visualization can be another powerful tool for celebrating progress. Consider creating a visual representation of your journey, such as a mood board, a progress tracker, or even a jar where you place small notes about your daily victories. Over time, seeing these tangible markers of your growth can serve as a source of encouragement and pride. They remind you of how far you've come, even when progress feels slow or invisible. As you celebrate your progress, it's also essential to acknowledge the person you're becoming. Every choice you make to prioritize your healing and growth is shaping a stronger, more self-aware version of yourself. Celebrate the resilience you're building, the boundaries you're honoring, and the new habits you're cultivating. Each of these is a testament to your determination and capacity for growth. In the end, celebrating progress, no matter how small, is about recognizing that healing is a journey, not a destination. It's about honoring the effort you put into yourself, even on the days when it feels difficult. By celebrating your wins, big and small, you create a positive, empowering narrative around your journey. This mindset not only makes the process of healing more rewarding, but also reinforces the belief that you are capable of overcoming challenges and building a brighter future. Over time, these celebrations become a reflection of your resilience, strength, and commitment to becoming the best version of yourself.